going on, y'all? Jimmy Mackerel here. We're up to season 5, episode 4 of Vikings. Last we saw I'm on the bonus. Not only took York, but managed to get his brother Fitzurk onto his side, while Ube took his ass back to Cadigan. Alright, let's get to it.
I don't understand.
I had a vision. I saw the two witnesses who are the prophets standing before the God of the earth. And if any man should harm them, fire would proceed from their mouths and devour their enemies. And if any man should harm them, he must be killed.
You speak in riddles, Bishop Hackman.
We'll go and order our commanders to close the roads, the rivers, passageways that lead to York. We will starve them out. With God's help.
Oh, he will help us, King Aethelwulf. Be assured of it.
This bishop is so offbeat. He's like, could you just get to the point? Wait, though. What?
Let us make a pact. I will support you against Arthur and Fitzurk if you agree to support me against King Harold.
You see, that would make me an ally of my mother's killer.
I know. Your choices are all difficult to bear. But for the sake of the good folk of Cadigan.
The way Lagertha leaned back in her chair was so evil.
Score.
I had hoped that Björn would return.
It's the first time that I've enjoyed evil Lagertha, I gotta be honest.
Come back.
Shit. Okay, that was easy. These are the Vikings that they closed off, right?
He treated me like his little faithful dog. I am no one's dog, Ivor.
Woof woof.
We are equal to Lagertha, Torvi, you and me. We are all equal.
You're right, Margaret.
Oh, shit.
We are all equal.
I didn't know you were listening.
What does it matter? If I wasn't listening, then the gods were listening. It's all the same. I have no feelings for you either way. I have known betrayal all my life. Every man I've ever known has betrayed me. Now most women betray me. What am I supposed to think?
Not every woman wants to betray you.
Of course not, Torvi, but given the chance. You choose to love me.
Wow.
The Bible also tells us to show no mercy to unbelievers. Against these devils and pagans, we are the wrath of God.
Please.
He's so intense. I gotta be honest, I love watching him.
Leave me a Deus, pragma deftes is thereafter.
Okay, no.
What the fuck? He tried it.
Let us fall upon them now.
No. If you take my advice, let their condition worsen further still. Let them suffer more dismay, until only creatures of rags and bones wander the streets of York. Then we attack.
Played out. You have only seen the beginning of the end.
Surely you see the signs for yourself.
No, I also see other signs. How you put yourself forward above me to take command. Even though I am your king! I'm not God!
Forgive me, sire. King of kings. I am your humble servant.
I think you're not humble, Bishop Hageman. But still you are my servant, as well as the Lord's. And we shall proceed together, for the sake of our country, for the sake of England.
My king.
I think the wolf better be careful, man. I'm glad he spotted it. That is a dangerous motherfucker, boy. He's got a temper. I'm the king!
The Romans were very clever. My plan is based upon what I've found out.
What is it? I need to know.
And you will know, my brother. In good time.
You're not important enough, sir. You're the loser brother.
What is your decision?
What kind of whale is that? Don't you?
What is your decision?
I agree to marry you.
For although the fetters of marriage will be invisible, like the cords that bind Fenrir, they will still bind you.
Yes. It's what I want to do.
Perhaps my luck has finally changed.
No. No, it hasn't. Oh, King Harold.
What does he say?
That he won't go.
Hello, Baichen. Kesumelis me parin.
Oh, shit.
Palakis uk edogas mu orkon. I anir orthos I. Nun poieses agado petiedes. Iremi afisos.
Wow. He looks familiar. I can't put his face.
He has changed his mind. He will come.
It was something she said.
Yes.
Bjorn's gonna hit that, and Harold's brother gonna be pissed.
Why are the rats above ground?
Ah. Alright, that was episode 4 of Vikings. Where to begin? Solid episode. More of a come down after we had the explosion last week. We can't explode every week. MVP of this episode, shockingly, believe it or not, Lagertha. Now listen, I haven't been a fan. I don't say I've been a fan, but she's definitely taken a few steps down in my book ever since she invaded, quite frankly, Kattegat and took the throne from Aslov, who I wasn't a fan of either, but still. She was one of my favorite characters. Now, not so much. But this episode, this to me was almost the coming out party, the proper emergence of, I don't want to say evil Lagertha, but Queen Lagertha. What I should expect, what I've wanted to expect. She's kind of, I'm not sure what the word for it is, lost all sense of like upstanding righteousness and just enjoy it. Enjoy the evilness isn't the right word, sliminess of what you're doing. When Ube says what he says about his brother being his enemy, and she kind of like leans back, I was like, that is villain 101. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Can you do that again? Yeah. Last season, some of you said that there was some sexual tension between her and Ube. This did not do anything to dissuade from that particular theory. I think that is coming. I think it's going to have a very adverse effect on the former slave, and we're going to have ourselves a situation probably leading to the slave's death. Lagertha deciding not to kill her is odd. I don't know where that's exactly coming from. I assume she has a reason to keep her around. Maybe there's too much death. Maybe you don't want to split Torvi. You don't want her to be mad. You don't want this. You don't want that. Either way, I think I agree with her decision. She's not important enough to... I don't think she's important enough. Who knows? To do any actual damage. So keep her around. Keep your eye focused on the big battle. And that's King Harold. And apparently, Ivar the Boneless. Speaking of Ivar the Boneless, he's a cruel little man. Well, he was shitting on Goofy brother. But he's a genius, and he has a plan, and the plan most certainly appeared to work at the end of the episode. The rats are above ground, which means they are, the Vikings, below ground, I would guess. And now, Aethelwolf and Bishop Hageman, forgot his name already, awesome Bishop, are trapped in the city, I would imagine. That is a solid strategy. He continues to prove himself the equal as far as Ragnar's tactical prowess is concerned. Last week we talked about how Ube's got Ragnar's heart, and Ivar's got his genius, and Bjorn's got his courage. Courage is one thing, but I don't think that's what it is. It's his. Some people call it wanderlust. This love of traveling. It's not a love of traveling necessarily. It's a love of experience, really. And Bjorn definitely has that in spades. That storyline seems to be in its infant stages, so not much to say there. That's going to build up. Astrid agreeing to marry King Harold. She has plans of her own, apparently. She's definitely saw a vision of Lagertha before she married Harold. I can only imagine what plans she could have. Maybe similar to what Lagertha did with... I forgot the abusive dude. Where she ended up killing him and she took over. Could that be part of Ash's plan? I don't know. I wouldn't be completely against it. Floki's kind of solo storyline took another twist today. Or its first twist, I should say, and he is going to try to bring people to where he is. I would imagine that most won't agree, because Floki, while respected, is not the greatest at communicating his thoughts. So, no, we have better things to do. Finally, King Aethelwolf trying to put the bishop in his place. I don't think the bishop is outright dangerous. Not yet. If he feels that Aethelwolf acts against God, like if he starts to view himself a little higher than he already views himself, I could see him trying to do God's work and take out Aethelwolf. I can definitely see that. And that would be a problem, because I assume Aethelwolf likes living. This struck me at the end of last season, and it struck me again just now. There are a lot of characters. There are a lot of storylines. We are trying to follow quite a bit here. And I think it does a good enough job spreading them out. But I would most certainly say I'm enjoying
some more than others.
Anyway, what did you think of the episode? Who was your MVP? I have Lagertha. First episode was, well, last episode was Ivar. That's just obvious. I don't think anybody would disagree. And first 2 episodes, probably Ivar again, quite frankly. So 3 Ivar, and then Lagertha here. Post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Unless something went horribly wrong, you should see your name here somewhere in the roll call. Also, the podcast starts on November the 6th, talking a whole bunch of nonsense about a whole bunch of nonsense. And for those requests, they should be coming shortly.